Well, there's a lot that goes into a budget and how that proceeds. We're going to find out is with Cory Noonan, the Allen County Commissioner. So welcome, Cory.
Hey, great to be back.
All right, so we're going to start with the Ohio Revised Code. A lot of people don't know what this is, and it's constantly changing.
It is constantly changing, and first and foremost, we're just very fortunate here in Allen County to have, our senator, our representative speaker, down in Columbus doing the work for us. But yeah, the Ohio Revised Code, there are sections in that direct county elected officials on what their responsibilities are. County government, the 11 elected officials, they're not in the Constitution. They're created in statute, in law, so they're in the Revised Code. And then the Revised Code pretty much tells each office what their responsibilities are. So let's use an easy one, right? The sheriff. I shouldn't say easy, but because it's definitely not easy, but we all have the perception of what the sheriff does. He's out protecting us, the jail and whatnot. That's outlined in the Revised Code. The prosecutor, the coroner, the treasurer, the clerk of courts. So our responsibilities as commissioners when it comes to budgeting, anything that's purchased, any building is in the commissioner's name. Any car that has a county plate is in the, so we're the ones that are responsible for purchasing. It's dictated and told to us versus the city, right? The city has home rule authority. They have the ability to create programs and whatnot. The mayor has the ability to hire the auditor, the police chief, we're all elected officials in the state. So it's very unique, but it works, and especially here in Allen County, I say it all the time, the family we have to be able to work together, because it's not this way in every county.
Right, that's true. So with the Ohio Revised Codes, you get pretty much told, like, this is what you have to fund, right?
Yes, so
this is this is part of the allotment of the monies that you have to.
So we get, the state gives us the ability to generate the money to then carry out those requirements. A great deal of the dollars that come into the county that we use to operate on a sales tax. But you look at our sales tax, one thing I'm very proud of, our percentage in sales tax is lower than our surrounding counties. We've been very conservative to hold that down, but the majority of what we get to operate, whether it's the sheriff, the prosecutor, the clerk of courts, board of commissioners, comes from sales tax. And there's obviously other mechanisms, but yes, we have to have the dollars to do that. When we do not have the dollars, then we're restricted on what we can do, that's mandated by the Revised Code.
Yeah, so you were just talking about the sales tax, and that's something that the voters vote on, correct?
Well, there's different mechanisms of having the sales tax put on there. I mean, the commissioners can, by their vote, place that or increase that, or you can bring it to the voters to have them vote on that and determine whether or not they want to do that. But yeah, I mean, most counties are at the max level of what they can ask for. Here in Allen County, again, we've been very conservative to live within our means.
Right, and so with that sales tax, that's where a lot of the monies come from to pay for certain services, most of the services.
Right, the majority does come from sales tax. Again, the Revised Code, the legislature says, okay, here's what you are responsible to do, and here's the mechanisms to fund that. So you have sales tax. One item that's out there is property tax. Property tax contributes dollars to the county budget to enable us to do things. There's some state dollars that comes in, and there's charges for service. It's all on our website. The auditor does a great job having all that information, and we're very transparent of where that is. But yes, we don't have income tax for the county, right? Other local jurisdictions, the city, that's the mechanism where they generate their dollars. But yes, sales tax is the main impetus for our budget.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice. It's confusing in a lot of ways, but yet it's straightforward.
You think about, yes, when you go out and you buy an item, a pair of shoes, and there's that sales tax, and where is that money going towards? You look at property tax, and yes, there's discussions of reform. It definitely, and we're very involved with that reform. But where are those dollars going towards? And in Allen County, especially county government, that's pretty cut and pretty clear. We can get that information. Like I said, the auditor has it on our website.
Yeah, well done. Keeping it very conservative for everybody.
Thank you very much.
Keep it low. All right, thanks, Cory. Well, don't go away.